Well, guys, here we go again. Dude, man, I am like stuck in a rut. You ever get that? You ever have that happen? Yeah. I'm stuck in a fucking rut, man. Look at that calic. It's a calic right there. Weird. Yeah, so I'm still trying to figure it out, you know? Yeah. I mean, I guess one way to look at it is I got a roof over my head, I got food and water, and I got a little bit of money, so I'm doing all right, you know. Good enough. But like I got this mess. I haven't cleaned my fucking trailer in like 5 days. I don't really see the point in it. I haven't really been very hygienic, and I don't really see the point in that. Still smoke a lot of cigarettes. I don't really see the point in that either. And it's just, I think hygiene is overrated, but I could be wrong. Anyhow, I don't really have any ambitions right now. There's really nothing to really look forward to. And this is all okay. I mean, it's okay, but it's just kind of, it's like I'm stuck in a rut. And things will start moving in another direction soon. I'm just kind of in a waiting period and just kind of trying to enjoy doing nothing, you know. But I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. So I just turned on the camera here. You know, I put out a couple pretty good videos, I think, yesterday. At least one good video last night. But that's all over. I pretty much covered everything. I pretty much covered it all in that video. And then I did a second one right after that and just kind of revisited it. And then the third one, I don't even know what the fuck a third one was I did, but I pretty much covered all the bases. So I don't really have much to talk about. So since I'm in this rut, right? Which is like whatever. It's whatever. It is what it is. No big deal. I've been through this before. But since I've been in this rut, I've just been fucking just monitoring the fuck out of BitChute. Like I'm looking at all kinds of shit. Looking for any potential resource of information. You know. And there is nothing. You know, I mean, for the most part, there really is nothing. And, you know, BitChute is really quite the disappointment. I mean, pretty much everybody knows that YouTube is a disappointment. You know, anybody with half a brain, but BitChute has basically just become like YouTube in so many ways, you know. And BitChute is the best platform, which isn't saying anything. That doesn't mean anything. That BitChute is the best platform doesn't mean anything because it sucks so fucking bad. You know, it Really. I mean, it sucks that bad that even though it's the best platform on the internet, it sucks so fucking bad that doesn't mean anything. That it's the best platform on the internet means pretty much nothing. And so you got like tons of fake Nazis all over the place. There's like so much fake stuff going on BitChute, you know. And then you've got a lot of useful idiots that think it's real, and so they're always like hanging around and trying to trying to fit in with these clowns. And so there's all that going on, and then all the channels, just like on YouTube or any other platform, the channels are just little gatekeepers, when they're with their little cult followings, and it's all really pathetic. But every once in a while, there you might have a small handful of videos that kind of put out some maybe information, stuff to consider as but beyond that, it's like nothing. So, and I've just spent all day for the last like 3 or 4 days just doing nothing but monitoring BitChute. And it's just crazy because there's like absolutely nothing going on in BitChute, which is bizarre. But it should be expected. So that I'm at all surprised is kind of odd, because why would I expect anything otherwise, Ever since YouTube aborted itself in 2016 or whatever, that's it. It's no more. There is no more. There really isn't. I know I sound black-pilled and all this and that, but you watch. Give it another 5-6 years, everybody's going to be it's going to be the mass consensus. Like, nobody's going to care about just like nobody cares about YouTube. Nobody's going to care about any other platform because they're all the same. They all suck really bad. But see, there's so many people that still haven't caught on that these platforms suck. They just haven't caught on because they're still drinking all the Jim Jones Kool-Aid. I hope they survive, I don't know. So anyways, I don't have anything exciting to report. My life has been really boring, which in a lot of ways is good. I mean, so I had this fucking extremely overstimulating event take place in 2022, and then the wake of that big event in 2022 has lasted up until this day, but the intensity of it started to wear off after about 5 or 6 months, and then things went just to like boring, but also not boring, because my job my job isn't really boring. That's not necessarily a good thing. Just because boring isn't necessarily a bad thing, If the excitement a person is experiencing is like a frightening experience, like maybe it's better to be bored than to be frightened, and traumatized and shit. I'm sure being in the Vietnam War wasn't boring. Actually, I could imagine much of being in the Vietnam War was very boring. Like, they were fucking bored out of their minds a lot of the time until the action started, but I don't think the action was necessarily a good kind of excitement. Exciting isn't always a good thing. So anyways, neither is boredom. But so I would say, really, I've just been kind of but I don't have any. I'm not on any exciting journey right now, which is okay with me. I have had some fairly big changes happen for the better. And I'm still kind of like, because of these changes, I'm still kind of like, I think that's what's put me in this rut where uh, I, I'm almost at a sense of completion at closing a chapter. And, but there's just like these little mundane things that I have yet to do. And, and I'm just kind of like sitting here going, man, why is it just like this stupid mundane shit that I have to do in order to close this chapter and start a new one, you know? But it is what it is. And so, anyways, I've just been kind of relaxing and not allowing any of this to stress me out. And so I've just been, observing whatever the talk is on BitChute, and it's all insanity. It's all pure insanity. I wouldn't necessarily recommend BitChute to anyone. The closest, I would say the closest that you're going to get to free speech is going to be BitChute, though. That's the closest. So if you don't really care about free speech, then don't even bother. And if you do care about free speech, you're going to be disappointed. If you have half a brain, if you have even a moderate level of intelligence, you're going to be disappointed. I mean, you're not going to be like wooed with a sense of awe at how awesome the free speech platform is, because really what the majority, a large majority of BitChute is just people that are intentionally going there, intentionally abusing free speech to shut the free speech platform down. And so basically that's what you have. And that's what happens on a free speech platform, is people that hate free speech go there and intentionally abuse free speech as much as they possibly can, all over and cover as much ground on the platform as they can to hijack free speech so that it'll get shut down. That's what's going on BitChute. And so, it's very discouraging if you care about free speech. I mean, like at least half of everybody that's there is their only intention is to disrupt free speech. Like, they don't care about free. Not only do they not care about free speech, they hate free speech, and they want it shut down. And so there's almost as much censorship. I mean, technically, it's pretty much relative, because there's so much garbage on there that it's all just noise. Every once in a while you'll catch a glimpse of a gem of free speech, but there's so much hijacking of free speech on BitChute. And I would sense that it's probably political, and the political on the spectrum of politics, it's the left. Those on the left of politics are the ones that don't like free speech. And there's a reason for that. I mean, I don't mean to like preach politics or anything. I have friends that are liberals, and that's what they believe, and that's fine. I mean, I'm not here to convince anybody. There's a big problem though with the left. I'm sorry, and there's a big problem with the right, but like Malcolm X. Malcolm X is quoted saying the conservatives or the liberals are more dangerous to the Negro than the conservatives. Malcolm X is quoted saying that. And I think he was right back then, and I think it's at least equally as bad now. But it's not just the Negroes. I mean it's like pretty much all the disenfranchised. Any disenfranchised group of people, the liberals are more dangerous to them than the conservatives. The conservatives, they'll both cannibalize the disenfranchised. Both the liberals and the conservatives, they'll both cannibalize the disenfranchised. But the liberals are more dangerous to the disenfranchised than the conservative. Maybe not by much. I would agree, not by much, but still. Not much is kind of a lot to the disenfranchised, or it can be. Disenfranchised people can find that minute difference a lot compared to somebody who isn't experiencing it. You know? Anyways, I'm just rambling, so that's that. Let's see how it turns out. I'll watch myself since there's nothing else to watch anyway.